Welcome back everyone for the next part of Limbus Company. And as you can see, yes, Olga is finally here. After 28 days, she's finally around. And do you see this? Do you see this little teaser in the top left corner of her picture? That is clearly the clothes of Mika. We can see Rain's coat that is currently being worn by Yiseng, but we can also clearly see that Mika is around. Now I'm pretty sure they haven't really announced anything yet, because I guess Mika needs some extra balancing. It seems like HP recovery, SP recovery is really important in this game, and well, in Library Verona, Mika was one of the passes, or they had one of the passes, that made pretty much all discard decks work, like a tank. So yeah, I'm very looking forward to her appearance, I can already say that. Once Mika shows up, this is going to be great, especially since we're going to have the whole trio around. But maybe they need to adjust her passive abilities. Yeah. She had one of the best recovery skills in the game. It might be too busted in this one. We will see. But at the very least, I can almost kind of assume who is going to get it already. I mean, it's pretty clear it's going to be one of the girls. And from the characters, she would be too excited. She would be way too deadly. So it's pretty much either Faust or Ishmael. Because she was relatively calm during that one scene in the warp ring and all. So yeah, it's either one of those two, and I'm really looking forward to that, and we're going to save a lot of lunacy for her appearance. I can already promise you that. Once she shows herself, we're going to instantly get her. At the very least, I'm going to try to get her. I mean, it is a gacha game. The chances are low, but I'm trying my best, right? We are trying our best. Now, without any further ado, in the last part, we were able to acquire the elevator for the Golden Bro, or rather, open up the path to the branch J3. Which is going to take a very long time to complete. Maybe I should even use more of them. But then again, 1 hour, 10 points. I have like 5 hours to complete this dungeon. Then my energy resource would be filled. Yeah, I should be able to beat this in less than 5 hours. I mean, there's no way this is gonna be that long. So, and then again, I did take a long break in the first one. But I'm pretty sure this is not gonna happen today, right? Surely not. Nevertheless, let's go in there. This time around it actually cost 2 modules. Okay. Don't quite remember the cost of the last one. I think it was only 1. But that's fine. Let us go in. During the final stretch of each chapter, you'll be exploring a dungeon, a branch facility of the former L Corp. Designate identities who will enter the dungeon with you. You can't adjust your team once inside, so choose wisely. Thanks Force for reminding me. When you're fully prepared, press the enter button. Sure. Should I upgrade them? Can I still upgrade them? I mean, most of my things around here are level 2, right? Yes. Is it really that important? I think I'm going to get passes and I did that. Yeah, the passes are still locked. I should at the very least get tier 2, right? Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to up tier my extra identities, just as you guys mentioned that I at least should up tier them to I should up tier them to level 2 so that we get the passes unlocked. Which is kind of weird because I'm pretty sure that we got the passives in the basic identities unlocked right away. Sure, the other ones, the support ones, still take some time in order to actually get, but that's fine, right? That's certainly fine. And then I just need one more right over here. With the passive. Upon bursting tremor of an enemy, inflict 30% of raised stagger threshold as slot damage. Aha! Sure. That means I can stagger them more quickly, right? I think it worked like that. Not entirely sure. Haven't really used the passives that much, I have to say. Haven't really used it that much. Nevertheless, let us jump right in there. Now then. Trying our best not to step on the crushed remains of the T-Queen Cruise boss, Sinclair barely managed to hold back the urge to gag. We reached the elevator. Now then, let us head downstairs. Rudia was the first to complain about the dead insects during our last expedition, but here she got to the lift and pressed the basement's button without a grounder. And once the group quieted down, are you just coming along with us? I mean, it is kind of dangerous. How good are you in the fighting department? Huh. Saudi hit Rudia with a barrage of pent-up questions. Questions? How did you manage to win without even using any wish power? No, before any of that. What made you so sure that you could win regardless? Yikes. Hold your horses, girl. One question at a time, okay? Rudia spun around, talking Saudi into calming down, and then slowly began to elaborate. The Tequeque's boss had been keeping a very eyes of the Actiongame all along. How do you know that? You couldn't have read the tell from his mechanical body and his one digital eye, right? He had every reason to. After all, it was well-known fact to them that the Actiongame owned the wish power extractor. He must have been totally sure that the boss or someone representing him would make use of it for this game. True. So you deliberately made it look like you were using a sticker so that he would call you out on it. Yep, and then I declared I'm going all in order to draw extra attention. I needed to seem as suspicious as possible in his eyes. A winning gambler creates her own momentum and rides it. True, especially if you try to cheat your way to victory. You need to control the crowd. You need to take control of your table. End the tension on the table itself. But that's something that you only learn by playing a lot of games. I mean, look. Even you guys thought I would pop this wish sticker. I mean, I kinda did, but I also kind of said that was way too obvious. That was way too obvious of a move at that point of time. If I'm being real, wish stickers and all that stuff are just hopes and desires, giving important sounding labels in the end. To someone with unshakable faith in themselves, it's nothing more than a weird piece of paper. That can't be true. Jacob's wish power related technology is an officially approved semi-singularity with widely proved efficiency. Thousands of people rely on wish power for every aspect of their lives, and I guess there's nothing like it to give people a confidence boost in this day of age. But me? Well, I'm different. I've always believed in myself. Believing to faith means that the mind may avoid crashing into the depths. Pray tell, how does one go about acquiring that faith? Oh, that? It's actually super simple. I let you in on the secret, so listen up. Oh? Just think, I'm the most awesome person in the world. So whatever anyone else says is crock shit. What? Okay. That certainly makes sense, I guess. First agree as well. If everyone is just talking bullshit, then of course, sure. You just have to assume that you're the best person in the whole world. And that doesn't work for him. He's very disappointed. He was getting up his hopes. Perhaps I shouldn't have asked at all. Yeah, some secrets are better left unanswered, right? Rudia, don't tell me that is how you've been treating my words. Wait, does that mean she never regarded our words? Oh but then again, she did say she's the most awesome person in the whole team in the world. For her absolute... It's fine. It's fine. As long as she still follows her orders. It doesn't really matter how she sees us. I mean, even Ishmael is kind of disappointed currently. And Heat, well, he never really listens to us. At all. Not even from the beginning. Not even from the beginning. Sadly, the victor's joy didn't last for long. The cavern was filled with the sound of pickaxes struck against cracky walls, and we saw security guards keeping strict watch over the vault. So they still protect this place. But lucky for them, this whole thing belongs to us now, right? We did win the casino and all. It felt as though it was sending us a note of warning that we shouldn't reach the bottom so easily. Or rather, wouldn't reach the bottom so easily. Hold on a second. There was no point in us winning the game then. Why do we have to be so sneaky about this? And who are those slaves picking away at the rocks? Although we have earned the ownership, we have nothing proper to show us proof that we won, and we're more or less intruders to them. I mean, there's only one elevator. The elevator is guarded by all the competitions and who were playing the game, so the only person who... They know that there was a game, right? Or weren't they even informed of that? Oh, great. In all fairness, anyone would have thought of us as thieves if they saw us awkwardly hiding near the vault. Quite a grand excavation. They even made space to insert vaults, all the while digging a tunnel. What a stunning sight. When I die, please bury me in a mountain of cash like that. I want to fill my lungs with the scent of bills for my final breath. Sure. By the way, about that man who was at the table, did you know him from somewhere? A friend from back home. Something tells me the history between you two runs deeper than just that. Greg, love, reunions are always uncomfortable. Didn't you feel the tension that time when you ran into your former comrades? True. Can't argue with that. Things are moving inside the cages. The cages? Are they pets they might be raising, perhaps? Pets? Does your family usually count creatures wildly shaking in their cages as pets? It's the Pekatula. Pekatula? Did they think they could tame abnormalities? Dear Yuri would have knocked 3 grown adults out cold with a scuff if she heard that. Oh, Yuri. It should be theoretically possible, provided that they possess a similar level of intelligence to a human, and that a empirically proven method of managing them exists, that is. Yeah, as long as you keep them managed, and they have at least some form of communication, like probably the magical girl, it is possible to tame them, or at the very least, cooperate with them, like Red Riding Hood, right? Huh. If it did work out, I guess they could have made good guard dogs, right? Oh? I'm taking a closer look, and these people have fingers and other parts of their body bitten off. Bitten off? Thankfully he didn't add it, is this fashion? Or other obnoxious remark this time. Oh no, is this fashion these days? He did it! He still did it! You shouldn't have thought about that. Well, at the very least, almost. He almost didn't. So, okay, back to the roadmap, huh? Dungeon structure. Your goal is to reach the last section of the bottom floor and retrieve the Golden Barrow. The dungeon consists of multiple floors, each ripe with events and encounters. Why is it repeating all of this stuff? Yeah, I still know how the dungeon navigation works. You're free to explore where you want first. Sustain damage stays around. Defeat and retries. Why are they... Probably because it's been such a long time, huh? Maybe. Nevertheless, it seems like right at the entrance there's an abnormality fight waiting for us. This is gonna be fun. Query at the entrance. Even though we have won the right to enter the basement, to lobotomy cough. Branch seemed to be long overtaken by the casino. Slaves digging away at walls, security guards watching them, and Pektashula, whatever that is chewing on iron balls. A lot stood in our way. Now then, let's see what it actually is all about, and first and foremost, I need my team. This time around we're going to bring our wall and the ponytail along. Simply because, well, we have a lot of red, orange and yellow. And the guy that uses those abilities the most is actually that guy with his new ego stuff. That one. That one uses a lot of red, orange and yellow. And well, I do need a lot of dark blue in order to make Rodion's ego work, so the ponytail guy is kind of good for that, right? Yeah. Sure, we have a deficiency on blue, light blue ego, but that's gonna be fine. I'm probably not going to use this ego that much. Or at least I hope. We will see, right? We will see. Nevertheless, let's just jump right in there and see for ourselves how this fight goes. Let's think not too much about this. If something goes wrong or something, we can always change the party a bit later, right? Totally. Now then. We've got security guards and the Picatula. I still don't quite know. I guess abnormalities. How about we just going to call that abnormalities? This is starting to be a border. Got any ideas, Greg? You fought on the front line before. Try something. It does have to do with... Oh, hey, don't push me! Being shoved out of the cover by Rhodia, Gregor stumbles forward, separated from us. Great! Now he has to do a solo mission! All alone, huh? Then bumping into a slave who was busy digging away at the rock. They seem to pause for a moment in awkwardness. He must be confused. Hey there! Looks like the way things are going here isn't all too pretty for the both of us. How about we let this slide? I think he just doesn't care. We're not after the cash stored in the vaults, so... I mean, wouldn't say no if we were offered it, but the point is, we're just looking for a way downstairs and we're not here to make any fuss. Why don't we pretend this never happened and go our own ways, huh? 47,920,000. 47,910,000. 47,900,000. What? Hey, speak some sense, or I barf on your hands. Barf? For someone who often speaks in riddle herself, Rhodia's patience sure won out quickly. She grips the sheath of her sword as she threatened the worker. I can't say for sure, but I think she meant she will break all the remaining fingers on that person's hand. Ah, you're starting to understand her. At this point, I'm more scared of how quickly you got that. Must repay. Repay all the debt before I can go back to my family. They said they will take off one arm for every swing. 47... How much was it? Ah, don't talk to me! I have to count! He needs to go back to his family! Can they count for him? Hold on. What's that noise over there? Ah, shoot. Cornered, Gregor suddenly starts shouting in a remarkable, out-of-character voice. We can't live like this anymore! What? This is outrageous! Tyranny! To tie people up and force them to dig like this! Let us all raise up and fight our oppressors! Go onward! What? I don't think they listen to that. Even... What? Okay, what the hell was that? Propaganda? His effort has regrettably ended in failure. Rick, sweetie, here's the thing about those people. They ended up here by living their whole life as scum. exploiters and exploitees, and you weren't expecting some half-baked speech to be enough to wake up the revolutionary inside of them, now were you? Before you attempt to instigate operation next time, be sure to train your acting skill to at least an intermediate level. I mean, how do you expect to motivate anyone with that kind of speech that's just stumbled up right out of nowhere? Huh? Oh, Greg, have you never tried acting in your whole life? Wow, Scheibenkleister, he knows more German words. Look, I'm embarrassed myself, okay? Gregor's terrible acting must have been agitating the security as well. That would explain them opening up those locked cages in a potentially risky move. Or they released the Abnos in order to stop us. Well, isn't that just great? That could literally kill all of us and the slaves, but they don't care. As long as they get rid of us. It's just the birds. The birds. Is it literally the same birds as before? Yeah, the burn birds. And I think if I were to... Yeah, the story is also unlocked. That is literally the same birds as before. Well, they are a bit stronger though. 18. Okay. And then... So, okay. 2 unopposed attacks. Everything is clashing with everyone. And I don't think they should be able to do anything against us. Yeah. There's no way. There is no way they're going to win the clash. What? Okay, I was about to say... Rodeo. Don't you dare lose against the birds now. Those are just birds. And literally the same birds as usual. What does that exclamation mark? Huh. Okay. If my Otis is going to get a hit first, simply because that would give us 2 ways to attack. But we will see. I'm pretty sure Yiseng is able to stagger him without any... actually, he just one-hit him. Okay, that also works. We don't have to go for the stagger, it just kills them right away. Yeah, the birds are not that dangerous, right? The birds are certainly not that dangerous. So let's see. I don't see any events approaching, so I guess it's pretty much a freebie. Which type of way we're going to pick? Kind of want to go the downward path. This might lead to the shelter or the particular enclosure. Would be good to unlock the shelter first. It might be a checkpoint or something, but we will see, right? We will see. Anyways, query 3, level 12. Even though we've won the right to enter the basement, lobotomy corp, overtaken by the casino, that still seems to be the same, which is a bit weird. Do we have another cutscene waiting for us, or is this just another fight right away? Because normally if the conversation doesn't change, that's an indicator. That is clearly an indicator that nothing has been added. Except, of course, that there are more people around. The slaves are fighting for the casino themselves. Mine of dead, strike down. Why the heck would you fight for the casino? You could just use this chance to escape. Bind. Skill +1. Okay, I mean, if you want to fight for the casino, who am I to blame you for that, right? Gain defense, sure, it's gonna be helpful. He's saying, don't lose to that slave guy! Come on! He doesn't understand what he's doing right now. He could flee the scene, but he's just not able to do that. And I think with this, it's pretty much clear that we're going to win. Yeah, they already have a power down. The sanity's dropping as well. They're so dead. They are so dead. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Yeah. There was no way. There was no way. Okay. Now, question. Is the next one going to have a cutscene again? Because it is technically speaking a double sword one. Right, the basement, lobotomy corp. That still sounds like it is the same, which is a bit weird, I have to say. It's certainly going to be a bit more difficult than the previous fight, simply because it is a two swords. It's just more slaves. I still don't get it why they would try to fight against us. I mean, if we destroy this place, technically speaking, it would just be helpful to them, right? All things considered, this is supposed to be helpful for them, right? Then, goodbye! Yeah, maybe we need to wait for the abnormality fights around here. The normal security guards, they just don't stand a chance to block our path. Like at all. They don't even give us any type of cutscene around here. This is just filler fights. And it seems like the shelter and the enclosure are all leading into the same safety room. That's great. Shelter, even though we won the ride, still the same. We don't even get the cutscene for the shelter, it looks like. Oh, and by the way, you guys told me that it's not quite important to do all the fights around here. This is just filler battles where if you need more sanity points or if you need more ego materials, you can always go for the other fights as well. It's not going to add to the story unless there's an event icon over there. So yeah, if you don't want to go for more abnormality information and story bits, I guess we can just go straight through to the next floor. Or rather to the next boss fight. Is that even a boss fight? Doesn't have the exclamation mark. Underground facility gate. Gegors' breathtaking attempt at insurrection caused security to release the Pectatuna. Taking a better look at these creatures though, they don't seem to be following any orders, instead opting to attack any human in sight. If that is the case, they're going to open up the path for us. If we can somehow lure them into the other side of the rooms, right? What? Just a normal bunch again? It's literally just a flesh ball. This one as well, and I guess he has a better time defeating that one. Okay then. Hong Lu is going to get a free hit. Are you serious? Right, the sanity got reset. Right. The annoying effect of the safety points. Imagine if we could just keep our sanity, that would be much, much better. I didn't even need that heal. I didn't even need that heal. Actually speaking, if I save the battles, go back in order to refight some easy fights, in order to start the next fight with a higher sanity meter, that might become quite helpful, right? That might actually become quite helpful. But we will see, right? We will see. So, that guy is going to get killed by Rodion. Wade Up is going to win. And sinking will be applied. Okay, that's gonna be fine. Are we going to get a stag on that guy? I can't tell. We should be able to take that many hits, that's for sure. Yes, good hit. That's a very good hit. 10. Even better. At the very least I got to stake on the bird. That's good. At the very least we have that. There we go. It's okay. Hong Lu is going to finish off the bird. Everyone else is going to take care of the flesh ball. And I don't think we need anything else beside of that. Yeah. Regular abnormality fights. No issue whatsoever. Especially since it's literally the same bunch as before. But hey, at the very least we have a cutscene now. Wait, why are they coming this way? Stop. I said stop. Is it the abnormalities? Are we getting them back? Are we going to scare the abnormalities into their direction? Get them away from me. Hurry. Oh, 47,900. The debtors kept on swinging their pickaxes. 47,900,000 picks left and counting down. We were able to find our way down using this opportunity when they were distracted by their own little things. Aww! So we did get help from the debtors after all. Just a coincidence, so they did help us? Rudy replied with an empathetic look. Wait, so did help us? But I thought they didn't care. It almost seemed like that they didn't care. Okay, we have an event waiting for us in the bottom line of this path, so we're totally going to go for that one. Let's go for production line 3, I guess. Does it make a difference? Probably not, right? Nah, doesn't really seem like it's going to make a difference. Production line 3. We managed to reach the next floor. Colorful containers await us in an unguarded space. There's no one here. So what is this ominous feeling we're getting while entering? There's nobody around? Are you so sure about that? At the very least, there should always be abnormalities around. And some colorful containers, probably covered in blood, like everything else. I see cages at least. I see cages. It's a freight container made of smooth and colorful plastic. The prevalence of particular materials suggests that this is not a simple manufacturing facility. As soon as Monsieur finished, the colorful yet ominous design container activates with a cheerful tune. Tune? I've got a bad feeling about this. Why aren't there any security guards around now? Well, was all I could mutter before the answer revealed itself to us. The door of the container opened as it finished operating, and inside is a muscle screw thing? You want to get better. Heartily. Have to become strong. What? Highly excited! Ah! Thoroughly amused! The game of death! What? Utter! Utter? Why are you approaching? It appears they are redoubling excavation efforts from this point onwards. What? I can't think of any other reason to augment humans on a conveyor belt. What? Hey, I get it. Now let's move. They're pointing right at us, singing that spooky song. They're singing? Are they... Did they experiment on their slaves? Work hard. Let's get to work. Lose 10 HP. Skill power +1. They are considered abnormalities, and I do see some nails and screws in their head. The body parts are also changed. Oh, become stronger. Genuinely. Great! Oh, we always love to fight against stuff like that. Right? Totally. Okay, who has the best chances of... Ooh, yes, please. Actually speaking, Honglu was covering for you, which makes it even better. Which means you can pretty much build up your defenses for now. We're breaking through his defense. Sure, as long as he doesn't attack, this is certainly going to be very helpful. Okay everyone, let's go for it. Are we able to break through the defense? I'm not entirely sure. He won his clash. Oh, we really need to build our sanity. It's very important. We need our sanity. He actually has a negative counter on his dices? That's a bit weird. He's guarding, so we don't really need to do anything fancy. That should be enough to finish him off. If he's guarding, I'm going to make sure that we do extra damage on him in order to push him down to the stagger line. The others should be able to safely finish off the two guys who are currently staggered. I think at least. Otis, that didn't really seem like he did that much damage. I don't see him turn into a pile of flesh. But we will see, right? We will see. Okay. Never mind. We did in fact kill 3 of them, which is very good. Now we should be able to safely dispatch this guy. We're redirecting it to one of our slower dices. And there's absolutely no way that he is going to get any hits in there. Okay, this is perfect. This is just perfect. Well, it wasn't so bad. Sure, they have an ability that boosts up their skills, but if they're slow, they can't really use it, right? If they're too slow to actually use it, then it's kind of pointless. Colorful dispenser stand. We must defeat the rootless cyborgs, singing with joyful voices to make it through. They are still singing? Really? In the middle of the factory, you find a vending machine with large buttons. They are colorful and fancy. You feel a strong compulsion to press them. Which one will you press? Okay. Press the red button, the fist icon, get an ego. Press the yellow button, the foot icon, get an ego. Press the green button, the heart icon, get an ego. Press all buttons at once, gain 3 ego gifts, but that might be a bit greedy. That might actually be really greedy, but I do want to see what the button is. Error. Error. The vending machine began to rattle. Hey, what's wrong with this thing? Sigh, you should have known better than to get green. Before the sinner could finish, the machine exploded, spewing a series of toy parts into the air. Ooh, that kind of hurts. But I do get some toy parts. Toy fist earned. All allies deal 10% damage. And speed. And more HP. We did lose some things though, which might become an issue. But we did in fact get 3 egos from the looks of it. Now it is a bit risky, we do have negative sanity right now, and it seems like there's a boss coming up. But we can backtrack in order to recover it a little. Yeah, let's give that a try. Let's see if I can recover it. It's gonna be a bit tricky though. Starting off with low sanity is going to lower the chances of us winning. But it doesn't mean it's impossible. It doesn't mean that it is impossible. So, okay. I was able to recover some sanity. Now, our Monsieur wasn't really that lucky with his clashes. But the other ones were able to recover quite nicely, so I guess it's gonna be fine. It's totally going to be fine. It's gonna be fine, right? Sure, we were a bit greedy, but it's gonna be fine. I'm sure of it. Assembly line. We must defeat the rootless cyborg, singing with joy's voice to make it through here. Now then, there is an exclamation mark, so there is a boss waiting for us, so we need to be extra careful. But I guess we're going to be fine. We're certainly going to be fine. Right? I'm sure of it. I am sure of it. Okay, there was no cutscene. The big guy is ahead of us. Let's see. You want to get beat. Hurtfully or hurtily. I can't really see all of his skills. He's able to get haste, and he has a passive. At the start of the turn, gain 2 protection. He's always protected. Surgery. Dive and counter reaches 5. Reduce max HP by 20%. Okay. What does that mean? Passives? There's another passive that I cannot read right now. Okay, well at the very least it doesn't really seem like they're that bad. They have haste, which means it's quite difficult for me to redirect all of the hits. But at the same time, it's gonna be fine. Wait a second, Rodeo. It's not better. Do I have enough for this? I have enough for this. Let's go for this. Oh, it actually hits multiple targets as well. Oh, this is even better. This is even better. Okay. You beat this? It was a bit of a struggle, but you can win against that one at least. 18 is gonna be fine. That's a 15. Let's go for that guy first. And you inflict just some tremor. I can't really count on you to win your clashes with minus 25. But we can certainly try. Right, Marcel? We can certainly try at least. Okay, that guy has been beaten to a pulp. Beaten to a pulp. 21, perfect. Ah, I didn't get the hit. It's fine. It is fine. At the very least, I got a fatal hit on everyone. And that guy's also dead. Great. Well, I guess they're kinda dead, but not quite. Diamond the counter reaches 5, so it's impossible to kill them. You defeated the enemies, but now it's back up. What is going on? Well, I guess they kind of refuse to die. He's super fast. This one is certainly not able to inflict any damage. But you can gain some defense. Yeah, let's try to gain some defense with you. Okay, everyone. Do your thing! It's gonna be fine! Get the blue stuff for Honglulu, right? Get the blue stuff for our precious Honglulu. He needs that. The blue resources are relatively rare. I should probably consider getting more light blue colors into the mix. But we'll see, right? We will see. Okay, I think I was able to stagger him. That's a good sign. He's still recovering, which is... Are you actually explaining that to me as well? I just had that. During focus encounter, you may occasionally be tasked with making key decision. Force, please. I know how that works! Still know how that works, Force! Okay, how do those cyborgs keep coming back? The sinner we're discussing. Perhaps those beings are not alive. That way, they would not be able to die. No, we're not getting philosophical here, okay? To me it looks like rebuilding a brick wall. I think I'm hearing something from that factory in the back. The group turned their gaze to the factory behind the cyborgs. Metallic clanking could be heard from the place that was quiet until moments ago. Maybe you should take a look at that shady facility. Investigate the facility. We can't walk into an unknown danger like that. Keep fighting them. If we can stop the facility though, it might stop the whole resurrection thing. I mean, it's pretty clear they... Or is it a passive of themselves? Let's still check out the factory just in case. I want to make sure that nothing is over there that could possibly get in our way. You decided to check out the factory, but you might want to do something about the cyborgs first, just to be safe. Perhaps you could earn enough time to get through by incapacitating the biggest one. So I need to stagger the biggest one? Or do I finish him off? Because he's already staggered. I can certainly do that. After I take care of the little guys. Actually speaking, I should make sure that we actually incapacitate him. Yeah, just in case. The other guy is currently not doing anything. So it's gonna be fine. We need to make sure that we take him out in order to check out the facility, right? That is the thing that we have to do, but it seems like one person was already kind of enough to finish him off, kinda. I mean, he is unable to die at this point of time, but still. Pinning down the largest cyborg as planned, you got to the factory in time. Huh, this looks like some kind of toy plant. The Sinner comments at the huge mechanism. Ah, come behold this curiosity. The Sinner pointed to a control panel with several buttons attached to it. Do you love the city you live in? What should you press? Do I love the city? Yeah? Sure. You press yes. Proceed. Continuing argumentation. You must become strong. Please proceed with input. Do you love the city you live in? What should you press? I guess I do. Proceed. Continuing argumentation. Do I need to say no? How about no then? Incorrect input. You must become strong. Please input your answer again. Warning. Pressing the button 3 times will cause the factory to shut down. Do you love the city you live in? No. I want the factory to turn off, right? Incorrect input. You must become strong. Okay, so I have to press it again. Detecting 3 inputs. Operating emergency protocol. Facility shutdown. Looks like it stopped. The machine whirled for a short while before stopping. With that, the cyborgs could no longer revive. Let's step outside the factory, shall we? All enemies have lost their upgrade factory at work passives. There was a passive like that? And I guess it worked though. I guess it worked. But the surgery thing is still there. So they should still be fine. What kind of passive was that though? As soon as defeated, is revived next turn and gain 1. Ah, the surgery thing is gone then. Even though they still have the surgery. Interesting. But they still have the speed and protection. Even though they have fragile now. 22. And you're just going to try your best, okay? You're just going to try your best. I'm gonna believe in you. It's gonna be fine. Believe in the power that you have. It's unopposed. It's actually not even clashing. Great. But she's fine. She's super tanky. She doesn't need to worry about the thing, right? She doesn't need to worry about the thing. I mean, there is a save point right behind him as well. Which is going to reset our sanity, and it is going to reset all of our HP, so it's gonna be totally fine for our Rodion. Just a second. As Olga is beating him down. Are we able to stagger him before he gets a chance to get a free hit? Would be quite nice if we were able to do that. Oh yes! He's dead. Just like that. Before he even had a chance. Before he even had a chance to touch our Rodion. And I got his head. Do I want to have his head? Probably not. Ego gift, get. During battle, if an ally takes lethal damage, the HP won't go below 1. On the next turn, fully heals their HP and gain free surgery. They will die at the end of the battle. They will die at the end of the battle, but we can stall it for that one fight. Activates once per dungeon. And then the gift expires. Oh, okay. So it's a one-time save. Interesting. And then, I'm gonna go to the maintenance point. We must defeat the rootless cyborg singing with joy. Actually, all I care about is the healing factor that we're receiving right now. Oh my god, finally! Finally he's back to 0 because he was simply unable to win any of his clashes. It was ridiculous. It was literally ridiculous. But, let me just quickly check on the time. Okay, we are already around an hour. I'm probably going to cut a couple of fights here and there in order to make it a bit shorter. But I still think we have at least 40-50 minutes, so it would still be a good idea to make a cut right here. I hope you guys had fun in today's part. In the next part, we're probably heading towards the painting shop, because there's another event waiting for us. And then probably forward towards the safety test. Yeah, final proceeding, waste disposal, quality control. Yeah, we're certainly going to go for the paint shop. 100%. I always go for the events. They could give us some handy egos after all. Like the damage boost, the speed boost, and the max HP, right? And the max HP. Nevertheless, I hope you guys had fun in today's part, and see you in the next one. Until then, bye bye!